Welcome back. This is the virtual environment installation section of this video series for creating your own home lab environment for penetration testing. In this portion, I'll go over ESXi Installation, Rufus, and where to get the files you need for this section of video. Required items you need for this section: you're going to need a USB thumb drive that's 4 GB minimum in size, or you can use an SD card for this. Rufus installed, I'll show you how to get that. ESXi 6.7 ISO. So the minimum requirements for ESXi is a 64-bit x86 processor with at least 2 cores, such as an Intel Xeon E5 2640 or AMD Opteron 6320, which supports hardware virtualization. A minimum of 4 GB RAM to install ESXi is required. However, this is truly a minimum requirement, as its consolidation ratios and application requirements we are targeting will ultimately drive the amount of RAM in your servers. You're going to need at least 1 gigabit network adapter and a supported storage controller and device with minimum of 1 GB of space to install ESXi and 5.2 GB to create the scratch partition. Now, the system we're using has 48 GB of RAM. It's a Dell PowerEdge R710. So we've got 48 GB of RAM. I've got 4 Ethernet ports on it, and a remote one. There is two USB drives on the back, and there are 2 on the front. The system I'll be showing you guys is also, I have a KVM switch set up since I have 2 servers, so I can go back and forth and show you different things. Rufus is to make a bootable USB or SD card, and I'll show you the process to do so using the ESXi ISO. Next, we'll pull up the server, a Dell PowerEdge R710 that is not configured, show you the steps for easily configuring the drives, and then booting the ISO and installing the system. I'll show you a couple of areas. There are many more once we get the system up and running, and then with some research you become quite competent and be able to do what you need to do in the system. One note is that due to this being the free version, you won't be using vSphere to handle administration. It's a free way to get, there is a way to get a free trial. However, I found I do what I need to do from within the system. And once done with this video, you should have an ESXi system ready to start building your virtual machines. So to get the ESXi 6.7 ISO download, you're going to need to go to the VMware site and get it. So if you just do a Google search for ESXi 6.7, click the link that comes up, create the account through VMware if you don't have one. It's all free. You're just trying to get the ISO file. It'll ask you to fill out an accept end user license agreement. There's, your name, phone number, address, all that stuff you should go through. If you have a .edu, go ahead and use that to get you through this portion. At the bottom, there'll be a section to do a thing so that you can prove you're human and not a robot. And once you accept it and it goes through, it'll bring you to another page, and you'll see the packages. So click manually download, thing will pop up, save it where you know you're able to find it later, and put it somewhere to go get it. So it looks something like this. You search for it, click this link to get you to it. You will download the file. Once you go through that page, you'll click on this manually download. It'll pop up, and then put it somewhere where you know. So I have one right here that I know works, so I just call it Use Me. Save it so you have it for later. Once you get done with that, go to this site, download Rufus, install it, just next. I already have it installed, so I'm just going to open up the program itself. I run it as an administrator, so that's what that was. Once it comes up, it looks like this. So we're going to take our USB thumb drive, plug it into our machine here. We're going to go ahead and format it and make sure that there's nothing on it that I don't need. Okay, so I have an older version. I'm just going to go ahead and use the same one I got. So we could close. Make sure I pick that one I just put in. I know there's nothing on that. Leave where it's at. Select the item. Go to your machine where you have that ISO folder at. I always click this. This portion doesn't really matter. I'm just going to take that off so it comes up easier for us. And click Start. It's going to tell you it's going to be destroyed. Click OK because it's formatting it again. I like to format it first and then go into it. You may have an item pop up that shows the files that get put into it. So you can go ahead and close that down or continue copying your files over. Notice this counter down here tells you how much time has elapsed. So since I'm going to edit this video, you'll know about how long this took, and I have a 256 GB thumb drive. So looking at this time, it took about 2 minutes to do it. I'm going to click Close. Open up our drive, and pull it over. Got all these files in here now. They're ready to go.